नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये। नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवतीरुत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नंदनाय च नंदगोपकुमाराय गोविंदाय नमो नमः। गोविंदाय नमो नमः। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। Hari Bol, Hare Krishna. So you can come forward. Come forward. So today we are reading from Srimad Bhagavat, Canto 10, Chapter 66, entitled Paundraka the False Vasudeva. Text number 11 to 15. Text 11. Paundrakobi taduddogam upalabhya maharataha akshauhinibhyam sanyukto nishchakrama paradrudut nishchakrama puradrutam Paundrakovi tadudyogam upalabhya maharataha akshauhinibhyam sanyukto nishchakram puradrutam Paundrakovi tadudyogam upalabhya maharataha akshauhinibhyam sanyukto nishchakram puradrutam. Please repeat. Upalabhya maharataha sanyukto nishakrama puradrutam maharataha Aukshidunam sanyukto Nishakrama puradrutam. Ladies, Okay. Poundrakaha, Poundrak, Api, and Tat, his, Udyogam, preparations, Upalabhya, noticing, Maharataha, the mighty warrior, Akshauhinibhyam, by two full military divisions, Sayuktaha, joint, Nishchakrama, went out, Purat, from the city, Dhrutam, quickly. Translation. Upon observing Lord Krishna's preparation for battle, the mighty warrior Poundraka quickly went out of the city with two full military divisions. So there is no purport, so we'll read the next verses. I will chant. Text number 12 to 14. Tasya Kashipatirmitram Parshni Graho Nvayandrapa Akshauhini Bhis Tristarbhir Apasyat Poundrakam Harihi Shankharya Sigadang Shangasri Srivatsa Adyupalikshitam Vibhranam Kaustubhamanim Vanamala Vibhushitam Kausheya Vasasi Pite Vasanam Garudadhvajam Amulya Maulya Bharanam Spuran Makarakundalam. Translation. Poundraka's friend, the king of Kashi, followed behind. O king, leading the rear guard with 3 Akshauhini divisions. Lord Krishna saw that Poundraka was carrying the Lord's own insignia, such as conch shell, disc, sword, club, and also in imitation Sharanga bow and Srivatsa mark. He wore a mock Kaustubha gem also, which was decorated with a garland from forest flowers and was dressed in upper and lower garments of fine yellow silk. His banner bore the image of Garuda, and he wore a valuable crown and gleaming shark shepherd earrings, Makara Kundala. Purport. Srila Prabhupada comments in Krishna book, when the 2 kings came before the Lord, Sri Krishna, to oppose him, Krishna saw Poundraka face to face for the first time. Text number 15. Drishtva taman manastulyam vesham kritrimam astitam yatha natham rangagatam vijahasa brisham harihi. Translation. Lord Hari laughed heartily when he saw how the king had dressed up in exact imitation of his own appearance, just like an actor on the stage. Purport. Srila Prabhupada describes this scene as follows. On the whole, Poundraka's dress and makeup were clearly imitation. Anyone could understand that he was just like someone on the stage, playing the part of Vasudev in false dress. When Lord Sri Krishna saw Poundraka imitating his posture and dress, he could not check his laughter. And this he laughed with great satisfaction. Srila Jiva Goswami points out that it was a benediction from Lord Shiva that enabled Poundraka to imitate the Lord's dress and appearance exactly. A fact gleaned from the Uttarakhanda of Sri Padma Purana. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा. It's a very interesting story in Srimad Bhagavatam. Srimad Bhagavatam is not just a storyline for one's entertainment or gathering data or knowledge bank. It is meant for the transformation of the heart. All the characters, all the stories, all the sequences from all the devotees' life charitra, then Lord's charitra of various incarnations like Narsimha, Vaman, Parshuram, Sri Ram, and then Lord Sri Krishna, all the demons, all these personalities and their stories are meant to actually cause transformation of heart, resulting into surrender unto the Lord. If these stories, on hearing, reading, meditating, discussing, question answers, do not cause our transformation of heart, then nothing is wrong with the scripture, but something is wrong in our attitude, in our approach, in our status. So Srimad Bhagavatam has to be read in that mood, that I am hearing Srimad Bhagavatam, so I want to have the heart transformation, favorable to Lord Sri Krishna, favorable to the goal of life, favorable to my own constitutional position as a spirit soul, Satchidananda Atma, part and parcel of the Lord. So this story is not generally read very often. We read stories mainly from Braj Bhumi, the Braj Leela of Krishna, and then when Krishna goes to Dwarka, then they don't sound so tasty and so interesting as much as the Braj Leela. But Krishna's pastimes are absolute. Of course, there is Madhurya Ras in Braj Leela, Aishwarya Bhav in Dwarka Leela. There is a difference. But in essentially, it is absolute. It has got absolute effect, absolute purpose, absolute potency to transform the hearts. That is why we need Acharya like Prabhupada, so that they give us the right insight to the story and they give us the right platform to transform our heart and to get the full benefit for which these activities are performed, for which these leelas are staged by Krishna. So the Paundraka is an interesting personality, very interesting personality. Because in the whole Dwarka Leela, in Braj Leela, Krishna and coward boys, they laughed and laughed and laughed like anything. Most of the times when they are going cowarding, they are just laughing and laughing. And there's so much fun there. But once Krishna goes out of Braj and goes to Mathura, then there is gravity and there is Aishwarya. And there is not much laughter. There is activities, nice activities, sweet activities. But this is a pastime where there is a great heartfelt laughter. How it began? It began with a story that Paundraka was a very powerful Kshatriya. He was not an ordinary man, although he was a funny man, but not an ordinary man. He had 2 Akshauhini divisions of army at his command. And whatever crazy instruction they will give, they will give their life for following the instruction. So he had a lot of power, a lot of influence, a lot of chivalry. True Kshatriya Dharma also was there in him. He was not a coward. But still he was funny. And one time he got depressed. So his friends told him that please worship Lord Shiva. He will give you some benediction by which you can get cheered up. So he did tapasya for Lord Shiva. This is given in Padma Puran Uttarakhand. A small paragraph is there where Pondraka is performing tapasya for Lord Shiva. And then Lord Shiva gets pleased. And when Lord Shiva gets pleased, he asked, what boon you want? So he said, I want to be like Krishna, look like Krishna. So give me all the paraphernalia. It is not only Shankha Chakra Padma Gada. It is sword, bow and arrow, pitambar, uttariya, Kaustubh Mani, Vaijanti Mala, Vaidurya Mani Mukuta. Everything that Krishna wore daily was given as gift by Lord Shiva to Paundraka. But still there is a good understanding here that we should know that it was not original. It can't be original because original is with Krishna. Originally with Lord Vishnu, Sri Krishna. So although that was not, but still something looked like that was given all to Paundraka. And I don't know, I have acted as Lord Vishnu in many dramas. So not one, many dramas in sequence. Somehow I was chosen by them every time. And moment you start wearing those paraphernalia, you really start feeling like, yes, I am Krishna, I am Vishnu. And then the dialogues come, and then then music comes, and the light comes, and the fog comes, and everything is so suitable and so favorable to think that you are Lord Vishnu. And by the way, in the drama, we are supposed to feel like I am Vishnu. We are supposed to pray to Lord Vishnu to inspire me to be like him for some time. So I can do genuine service to the drama and allow people to help them to enter the Leela of the Lord. Why we perform drama? So that audience can enter the Leela of the Lord. It's a practical method. Even Srila Prabhupada's time, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's time, Nityananda Mahaprabhu's time, they were all performing drama so that people could enter the Leela, even though it has taken place millions of years ago. So you can imagine, we are wearing the paraphernalia of Vishnu not during practice, only during the drama, and that too during few hours. And even in that few hours, there is such a feeling that I am Lord Vishnu. And here Paundraka is wearing it every day, all the time. So naturally, everybody started telling, you are Lord Vishnu. You are Lord Vishnu. Because even if one is not Vishnu, but one gets dressed up as Vishnu, there is a, beauty and attractive nature. There is a tej. And if you take photographs and you see, you really look like Vishnu, because they make you up nicely, so nicely. And he is a Kshatriya of Dwapar Yuga, and he had gifted articles from Lord Shiva, not bought from imitation jewelry market. He had the, not divine one sense, but a celestial gift from Lord Shiva. So imagine his appearance and his feelings. And the worst part of the story is, you may be humble and you may not feel like that, but people start telling you, you look like Vishnu, you must be Vishnu only. So 1% tells, 2% tells, 5% tells, 10 people tell, then hundreds of people tell, and everybody tells. Then you start really believing it. So one point of time came, in Marathi there's a word called Khush Maskare. Khush Maskare means they just keep praising you for no reason. They are having some motivation, so they just falsely keep praising you. Falsely keep praising you. We call butter polishing sometimes. So they have some ulterior motivation. Like Ravan, everybody was always glorifying him for whatever he did. Nobody told him what is good for him. Everybody told him what feels good for him, what he likes to hear. Only Bibhishan was telling something what is good for him, and he was condemned by everybody, by Ravan also. So many people were praising him, they were telling him, actually you are Vishnu. Actually you are Vishnu. And he started believing it. to such an extent that he was really feeling that he is the person who has taken birth on earth to deliver the whole conditioned souls, and it is his prerogative. He is the most kind, compassionate personality, his supreme personality of Godhead, having 6 opulences, 64 kalas, and he is the one, Vishwarup Parama Krishna. And then he was told, there is somebody like you in Dwarka, and he is imitation. And that also he started believing. And then Narad Muni came. And he saw the drama. Narad Muni is not going to get influenced by all this drama. Narad Muni is fully founded in Param Satya, the absolute truth. Even if there are millions of people telling, he is God, he is God, Narad Muni knows who is God and is not going to get swayed or bewildered. So Narad Muni understood. So everyone told, Paundraka is Vasudev Krishna. And Paundraka also said, I am Vasudev Krishna. But Narad Muni said very nice thing. Narad Muni said, if you want to establish yourself as Vasudev Krishna, the original supreme personality of Godhead, then you must go and challenge that imitation Krishna in Dwarka and defeat him. Once you defeat him, then the whole 14 worlds will accept you. So Paundraka Krishna analyzed. What he analyzed? That itself proves that he was not Krishna. He analyzed, he said that Balaram is very powerful. And that time, on Krishna's instruction, Balaram had gone to Vrindavan with message of Krishna to pacify mother, father, friends, gopis, everybody. So during the month, one of the months of Chaitra and Vaishak, Balaram was in Vrindavan. He was giving messages and he was pacifying gopis of Krishna. He was dancing with his own gopis, performing Rasa Leela. But he was busy. So Paundraka knew that Balaram is very powerful and Balaram is the ultimate source of all strength. So it is better to attack Dwarka or challenge Krishna when Balaram is away. So that time only he sent message to Dwarka. And the messenger is fully convinced that my master is Krishna. So he delivered the message in Sudharma assembly. You must be knowing Sudharma assembly is Indra's assembly, gifted by Indra to Krishna while he was performing his earthly pastimes, where Krishna would sit and performing his assembly work. So the messenger came and told, my Lord, Paundraka Vasudev Krishna, has sent a message to you that you are wearing the imitation insignia which belongs to my king. My king has instructed you, immediately surrender all these royal insignia that you are wearing. Not Shankha Chakra Padma Gada only, everything, including Kaustubh Mani, Vajayanti Mala, Pitambar, sword, Kaumudaki Gada, Sarangapani Dhanushya, everything. The only thing that happened in the assembly, that everybody just laughed and laughed and laughed to their heart's content. You can imagine the messenger must have got so bewildered. He was so serious. He was delivering a serious, grave, threatening message. And that was reacted as a most funny message. So he was bewildered, but he couldn't give up his gravity. They were laughing. He was getting more and more angry. And then the message was given back to him. As a messenger's rule is always, etiquette is to give the return message. The return message was given. Yes, I will definitely give you back your own property of all this royal insignia. But I will like to give it to you personally. I will like to hand it over to you in the battlefield. Please take it personally from me. At that time, see, when we are in false understanding of ourselves, anytime, please think about it deeply. Anytime we are in illusion about ourselves, okay, I am very knowledgeable, I am very smart, or I am very intelligent, or I am very so-called advanced in Krishna consciousness, or I am very powerful, influential. You always get people to support your thoughts. Always, at least one you will get 100%. And then you will get two, then you will get three. And that's how you will get more and more deeply bewildered. So there was a king of Kashi, very close friend. And he also, actually, he was the one who has guided him to do Shiva worship. And he thought, ki, my friend will be out of depression. And then out of depression, he thought, wow, he's now got gifts of Lord Krishna. And he was the one who actually instigated him that you are Krishna only. You are Vasudev. You are Paundrak Vasudev. So that time, this Paundraka had gone to stay in Kashi with his friend, king of Kashi. There are many kings of Kashi. One of the kings of Kashi, even Lord Balram had broken his teeth, if you remember. Because Rukmi, but they were playing dice and they were all laughing, showing their teeth. So Balram just took his plow and broke their teeth. He said in Hindi, daat tod diye. So like that, Balram had broken their teeth. That is different king of Kashi. So Paundraka has gone to Kashi. So Krishna knew that he has gone to Kashi. So Krishna went and attacked Kashi and covered Kashi from all sides, surrounded the Kashi. And Paundraka was not a coward person. He saw everything. Oh wow, Krishna's army has come. So let me also go. So immediately ordered 2 Akshavini army. And they all went to the battlefield. Looking at that, Kashi, king of Kashi also, brought his 3 Akshavini divisions and backed up the army. And he was in front along with Paundraka. And that's how the battle began. It was a fierce battle. It was not something like, single-handed, one-sided battle. It was a very good battle. But Krishna, Acharyas explain, Krishna could have straight killed Paundraka at the first shot only. But Krishna never does that. Please understand. Even if one is the worst of worst demon, Krishna always, in all incarnations, always gives chance for the opposite person to surrender. One should not say, there is no chance only. Where was the time to surrender? There is no opportunity only. So Krishna gives a lot of opportunity. How did he give opportunity to Paundraka? He killed all his army. So in front of his eyes, 2 Akshavanis finished. All the chariots, all the elephants, all the horses, all the Rathis, Maharathis, Ardharathis, everybody was finished. So if wake-up call is there, oh, one person single-handedly without army help has killed all my army. At least now I understand. I am not Krishna, he is Krishna. But still he didn't understand. Then Krishna challenged him. He challenged Krishna. And again, lo and behold, it is said he saw Paundraka for the first time in his life on the battlefield. And he was like a perfect stage actor. He had the imitation Chakra, Shankha, Gada, Padma, Sharanga, Dhanusha, Kaumudaki Gada, Sword. He was wearing that Kausab Mani. He was wearing Vaidurya Mukut of Vaidurya Mani. He was wearing the forest flower garland like Krishna. And looking at him, Krishna had a very hearty, great laugh on the battlefield also, like he had in the assembly hall also. And Paundraka was getting instigated, how one can laugh at me in the battle. That was a trick also played by Krishna against Karna. He told Shalya, the Sarathi of Karna, keep addressing him as Sutaputra, 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 Hey Sutaputra, Hey Sutaputra. So constantly if you address somebody in a condemned way, you get demoralized. So like that, if you come in the battlefield and you laugh at somebody who against you, then that person gets demoralized. You are so powerful and out of no fear that you laugh. And the opposite party feels, my God, I am so serious and angry. This fellow is laughing. For him it's a laughing stock. So Krishna laughed. And he said, as per your order, I have come here to give you my royal's insignia. I know your Supreme Personality of Godhead and they belong to you. Please take it. And he released it. Out of that, when he released first chakra, he was going to release all 4. but he released Chakra, and Chakra went and cut off the head of Paundraka. And with his bow and arrows, Kashi Raj was like bewildered. Within fraction of second, others there was a fierce war. But as far as Paundraka was concerned, it's just release of Chakra only. There's no, you release something, there is, lot of sparkling going on, then one gets defeated, another one. That is how we see the war in television. Nothing of that sort. Krishna said, I'm surrendering my chakra and other things to you, please take it. And he just released and head was cut off. And then Krishna took his Sharangpani bow and arrows and shot many arrows in such a way that king of Kashi's head was cut off by one arrow. Other arrows carried the head all the way to Kashi. Right in the palace of king of Kashi's palace, in the steps. Why Krishna did that? Because when they were leaving for battle, when Paundraka left with 2 Akshavinis, and the king of Kashi was about to leave with 3 Akshavinis, he told his wives and ministers with great pride that today I am going to get the head of my enemy as gift to all of you. This is how Kshatriyas are trained to boast. So he boasted in front of his wives, I will get the head of my enemy today. So Krishna knew that. So what Krishna did, he shot an arrow and attached another arrow in such a way that the head flew all the way at the steps of the palace of the king of Kashi. So the queens and all the ministers came running. Wow, look low, look and below, behold, our king has fulfilled our promise. He has sent the head of an enemy ahead of time. And the head looked like lotus flower actually. They were so attracted, they came running. But when they came close and saw the earrings of that head, it was king of Kashi. So they were completely shattered. So this is how Krishna concluded the story of Paundraka. That is why we have to understand, imitation doesn't last long. Sometimes it may last long on earth and time, little longer. But imitations are never eternal. Imitations have a beginning and end. That is why one should not ever get bewildered by imitations. It is also said that when there is a true gold jewelry or true diamond jewelry, very few customers are there to buy. An imitation jewelry market is billions of dollars. And each and every imitation jewelry shop, there are hundreds of customers standing. But that does not or should not bewilder a genuinely intelligent person. A genuinely intelligent person should always understand that when there is genuine, valuable thing, there are only few customers, only few buyers. Srila Prabhupada put up a shop of a real jewelry. So there may not be those number of followers which are lining up in the temples of demigods. Right? May not be millions and millions. But those who come in this shop to buy this jewelry of pure devotion are the real ones, because they know the value and they know they also are ready to pay the price for the real jewelry. Why there is no crowd at the real jewelry shop? Because people want to buy, but they don't have enough money to buy that. They can't afford. So they want to go for something which looks like that, which is cheaply available. That is why there is crowd. Don't think everybody at imitation jewelry think that it is true jewelry. Everybody knows at the shop of imitation that is imitation jewelry. But because I can't afford and I have this much money, let us have at least something which looks like the true jewelry. And they also make it in such a way that they look as good as the true jewelry. But we need a person who is knowledgeable to tell you that this is imitation, this is true. And better you go there, work for 10 more years, gather money and buy the small but true jewelry only. And this is our fortune by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada. that He has given us true jewelry. We should remember the history. When Srila Prabhupada was about to go to America, his god brothers, his senior sannyasis who were worshipable by him in Gaudiya Math, who had gone to USA and come back unsuccessfully, they had met him and they had told him, Swamiji, you have to compromise. You have to learn to wear suit and boot. You have to learn to eat with forks and spoons sitting on the table. And onion, garlic, tea, coffee, please forget. Don't be so strict. Let them eat meat if they want to eat meat. I think then only they will take the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Otherwise, if you tell all this, then they will not take. That means what? Don't take true jewelry. Take imitation jewelry. Then you will have customers. Otherwise, you will have no customers. You will have to come back like us. We did the mistake. You don't do the mistake. But Srila Prabhupada was not the seller of imitation jewelry. Srila Prabhupada never compromised anything. In fact, he taught them how to eat with fingers sitting on the ground. It is not a culture in America or a Western country to eat with fingers. It's supposed to be very low level kind of to eat with fingers. But in India, it is a most great privilege. Scientifically, we can prove how when we eat with fingers, it is good for your health, mental, physical, intellectual health, subtle health. So Prabhupada made them wear so-called bed sheets, which we call dhoti. He did not wear suit and boot. He did not sit on the chair and eat. They taught them to eat khichdi on the ground with fingers, even though hot. Taught them how to wash hands. Everything he taught. And he got devotees, which like nobody else got. What is the difference and why the difference was? The degree of faith was the difference. Faith everybody had. But the level of faith always is there. There's something called as nishtha. Nishtha is unshakable faith. That means masses may not believe what I am saying, but still I don't fail to believe what I believe. That is nishtha. You may defeat me. I may get defeated, but still my faith doesn't get changed. It continues. Or you may preach strongly and my faith gets shaken and I start doubting what I believed was true or not. Prabhupada had that unshakable faith. He was in most most contradicting situations, unfavorable situations, which could have made him come back also, unsuccessfully. But he had so much faith. I have faith in my words of my Guru and I have faith in the holy name. These two things I am carrying with me. And I have faith that Krishna will speak through me. Because he was determined to sell true jewelry and not give imitation jewelry. Because imitation jewelry gives you a temptation of having lots of followers. But lots of followers of low quality has no value. Few followers of good quality has got value. We all should be very proud. Even a beginner of Hare Krishna movement, beginner who has just joined, he also does not drink tea and coffee. And big saintly people wearing saffron in India, they still drink tea, coffee and eat onion garlic and smoke also. And they openly accept, many sadhus of India accept that we have been sannyasis for so many years, still we are not able to give up tea, coffee. And Srila Prabhupada went to America in the land of Mlecchas and Yavanas and made them give up tea and coffee and made them wear tilak, made them wear dhoti and kurta, made them sit on the ground and eat, made them dance, made them put bindi, kumkum, cover their hair and wear saris, become Vedic. And we are Indians, born Indians. And still after taking sannyas and having disciples over the years, we are unable to eat, give up tea and coffee and give up khaini. They have said this with action. That is called faith. You have to have faith. Without faith of this kind, one cannot make progress in spiritual life. And such kind of faith is given in Hare Krishna temples. Please understand. Even a small ton, uneducated boy or a girl also, when they accept this, they have the strength within to give up tea and coffee and onion garlic. It is not easy in Indian culture to give up onion garlic and tea coffee. Meat eating is still okay. But tea coffee are very subtle things. Tea coffee mein kya hai? What is tea coffee? We are not becoming zombie by drinking tea coffee. But Prabhupada wanted to give the real nectar to everybody. Why compromise? I've gone all the way 10,000 miles and suffered for 1 year in the ghettos of America. Why should I compromise? Better late than never. So it took time. But then looking at the faith that he had in the philosophy, in the holy name, in the order of Sri Gurudev, Sri Krishna rewarded him with all that is required. And today we see why we have got the real jewelry, I'll tell you. What is the proof? That many of the acharyas in this world, they start a movement, and there are very famous movements in their name. Many movements in India in the name of that particular sadhu. Till sadhu is there, lot of charisma is there, lot of miracles are there, lot of following and lot of worldwide distribution is there, institutions coming up. As soon as the Swami goes, everything collapses. Within next generation, everything is finished. Now only remnants are there. Not one, many of them. It is only Srila Prabhupada's movement. Please understand and think about it. In 1977, Prabhupada left this world physically. After he left, 7 times more multiplication is there of his movement. Because Srila Prabhupada did not create his personal legacy in the form of who will sit on the gaddi next. He will, I'm Uttaradhikari, he is my Uttaradhikari. He made a principle, he made a policy, he made a strategy. He made a policy in such a way that the movement will go on. Not one person will become the king or the authority or the controller. In ISKCON today also, nobody is the king. Nobody can say that I am the follower of Prabhupada. I am the next akin of Prabhupada. So he made a formula in such a way that nobody gets the pride, but everybody distributes the message. And the message in this way was so purely distributed that the movement multiplied by 7 times. 108 temples now are 705 temples in the world. The books are distributed hundreds of times more than what Prabhupada's time it was distributed. The disciples wrote books and they were also distributed. People who did not see Prabhupada, they accepted Prabhupada's movement. So, have patience and have faith. When you follow the truth, truth will follow you. You follow illusion, illusion will completely bewilder you. And you will not know where you are led to, which ditch you will fall. So we are saved from this Paundraka. What we are told? We are not told first thing in Krishna consciousness that Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead. You may feel, oh, what Prabhuji is telling. You are told you are not his body. The first thing. Before even you know that Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead, you are told what you are not. And then you are told what you are. And third thing is told, you are part and parcel of the Supreme Krishna, Supreme Lord. So the first truth, if you think you are this body, you are man, you are a woman, you are rich, you are beautiful, you are opulent, and in that platform you accept Krishna as the Lord, then you remain in illusion only. The first knowledge is given to us that you are not this body. Then we ask, who are we then? Then we are spirit soul, Satchidananda. Then who is Satchidananda? We are part and parcel of that Supreme Satchidananda. Then we are told we are part and parcel. What is our relationship? Master and servant, devotional service. And that's how our spiritual life is founded very strongly. We may sometimes get swayed here and there from Hare Krishna movement. but your foundational knowledge will never change. It will bring you back again and again. You may get swayed by Maya, but the foundation, if it is laid down well, the building doesn't get uprooted from the root. It remains. And that is the glory of our moment. Not because we are in this moment, but we have accepted this moment because of this fact. Now let's come back to this Paundraka. As I told in the beginning that this Paundraka is not ordinarily present in Bhagavat. How did Paundraka made his way in Bhagavat? Why his story is included in Bhagavat? Because Bhagavat is Amal Puranam, Amalam Puranam, nothing contaminated, nothing out of Shuddha Bhakti, nothing out of pure devotional service is included in Bhagavatam. What is Shuddha Bhakti and concerned with Shuddha Bhakti, leading to Shuddha Bhakti is added in Bhagavatam. The reason why Paundraka's story is added in the Bhagavatam, because Paundraka was constantly thinking of the Swarup of the Lord. While he was wearing those insignia, he was constantly meditating on the form of the Lord. Many of us may be coming to RadhaRasbihari and looking at their form and meditating on their form and looking at his eyes, how deep and loving and compassionate the eyes of Rasbihari are. You may be constantly gazing at the eyes, Radharani's eyes, and the majestic stance of Rasbihari standing so gracefully, looking at all the audience with such eyes filled with tears of love for everybody, of compassion. That forces us to think about his form. But the good fortune of that is, we are not thinking, I am Rasbihari. How I wish I had this form like Rasbihari, and how people would look at me like they are looking at Rasbihari. This is not the thought. We are thinking of Rasbihari as a Lord, independent of ourselves, using our eyes to see him, see his eyes. So this meditation gives you Shuddha Bhakti. That meditation also gave him some credit. Acharyas explain, because he thought of Krishna's form constantly. Although he was trying to be Krishna, challenging Krishna, battling with Krishna, imitating Krishna, still he achieved Sarupya Mukti in Vaikuntha. He did not achieve Mayavadi Mukti, he achieved Vaishnava Mukti. Mayavadi Mukti is becoming one with the Lord, Sayujya. And Vaishnava Mukti is Sarupya, Sarstri, Salokya, staying in the same planet, looking at the Lord in the same planet. Samipya, staying close to the Lord, physically proximity. Or having the same form of the Lord, Sarupya. Sarstri, having the same opulences like Lord, strength, intelligence, whatever. Why he would attain Vaishnava Mukti? Because he was meditating on the form of the Lord. Even Kamsa attained Vaishnava Mukti because he was animically but constantly thinking of the Lord. So, connection with the Lord is important. But we don't advocate or propagate we don't advertise for Paundraka. We think like this. But why he was included in Bhagavatam, this is the reason behind it. Now, as our acharyas always tell that every character, every pastime in Srimad Bhagavatam is educative. It is not without any meaning. It is not just meant for a storyline or for entertainment. There is lot of lessons. This story also tells lot of lessons to us. Now, what is the lesson? Paundraka had a deep desire to be God, to be superior to everybody, to be the enjoyer, proprietor, controller, and to take the credit for everything what he did. Our Vaishnava Acharyas tell us that the root of our existence is in three things. To take the credit of things that we do. Naturally, you are doing so, you will take the credit. But that is supposed to be the original sin. To think what we are doing, I am the doer. To take the credit for things that you do yourself. So you say, naturally, I will take, who else will take credit? But that is the disease. Second disease is to take the credit of things that you have not done. Still you take the credit. And third disease is to take the credit of the things that others have done. You know he has done. You know they have done. But still you usurp the credit. Generally politicians do that. Somebody else does it and they take the credit and they get away with that. They get the votes and they get elected. Use people, misuse people, exploit people. Paundraka is the personification of these tendencies. From where these tendencies come? Why do you want to take credit of others' work or your work or what you have not done? Why you are so much keen on taking credit of anything? Because I want to be the enjoyer. I want to be the controller. I want to be the proprietor. This is the basic tendency for which we have come here. And that is Paundraka. When we want to be glorified, we want to be honored, we want to be worshipped for things that we have done or we have not done or what others have done. That is Paundraka within all of us. That is Paundraka's existence. Now you will know that Paundraka's story appears to be an insignificant story in 66th chapter of 10th canto. 14 chapters are very beautiful. Maybe 29 chapters, 32 chapters are Ras Leela, very beautiful. Then you come to 56th chapter, very beautiful Braj Leela. 66th chapter Dwarka Leela, Paundraka, one small pastime. How does it matter? But this particular demon called Paundraka is constantly residing in our heart in the form of this taking credit business. Only by performing, only by taking shelter of the Supreme Lord, one can get freed from this demon, Paundraka. Actually, Krishna gave him chance to surrender. He did not surrender. What does surrender mean? It's not just falling at feet 100 times with teeth, with the blade of grass in the teeth. Take me, take me. Falling at the feet, surrender means giving up the false ego that I am the doer. When you give up the tendency of thinking I am the doer of whatever we do or what others do or we don't do, the idea is I am the doer. The doership, that karta position, when one gives up, that is real surrender. Somebody may put gun to you, you raise your hands. That is a temporary surrender. As soon as gun goes away, you run away. Right? You just maybe hit the person with the having gun, make the gun fall down, you take the gun and you say, hands up. But real surrender is that you accept, I am not the doer. And also accept, my Lord, you are the doer. You don't say, I am not the doer, but you are the doer. Let's make friendship and do the job. I accept, I am not the doer, you are the doer. But neither I am the doer, neither you are the doer. Sri Krishna is the doer. When we truly accept that with full faith, that is called surrender. And that opportunity Krishna gives us again and again and again. Through sadhus, through friends, through devotees, through association, through books, through events in life, through experiences in life. Sri Krishna keeps giving us that opportunity. So this is the story of Paundraka. We are all caught up in the whirlwinds of our false egos. See, having some desire for money or having some desire for fame or some position, some power, these are all byproducts of the original disease. These are not main diseases. The main disease is to think I am the controller, I am the doer. When I am the doer, then I want to be famous. When I am the doer, I want to be controller. I want to control people, things, place, areas, all the country, the rules, regulations, laws I want to control. It is rooting from the fact that I want to be the doer or I am the doer, whatever I do. So we need to take up this mission of chanting Hare Krishna very seriously, so that we offer ourselves at the feet of the Lord and say, I am yours. Accept me, my Lord, I am yours. Not that you are mine. Please, my Lord, become mine. That is arrogance. I have some control on myself. I don't have absolute control, but at least I have control on my desire. And with that control on my desire, I choose to offer myself to you, my Lord. And then the Lord will choose to accept us as His own, and then this tendency will go away. I'm reminded of the story of that Falgu Baba at Thakur Bhaktivinod's time. You know the story? That Falgu Baba was a very great, powerful mystic. It's recent times, only 100 years, 150 years back. In villages, there are many people like that who are a lot of tantric siddhis, And majority of the siddhis are in their hair. When they do tapasya, then their hair are very much empowered with tantric power. They remove one hair, say mantra and put it on the ground, something happens. We also have heard, Durvasa Muni took out a hair and banged on the ground, and that big demon came up, wanted to kill Ambarish Maharaj. So this tantricism is all in the hair. So this Baba also had lot of power in the hair. And one point of time, how he began his career, he came to the village of West Bengal somewhere, where our Thakur Bhaktivinod was a magistrate, a government officer, British government authority. And first he started curing people. This is how these mystics enter. When you cure people, they immediately get, wow, this is God. Then the flocks of people start coming with more and more, oh, my son is deceased, and my daughter is not getting married, and my son is not getting married, he is not getting education. So many more things happen. So all these things also he did. Next step is enjoyment. Start enjoying women. And women were threatened and scared that Baba is very powerful. How can I speak? Some of them enjoyed, some of them were not happy, but they were fearful. And he became so powerful that one day he said, I will throw the British government away with my powers. I will throw British government and make India independent. That alarmed British government. Some Baba in somewhere in the village is talking like this. They were not bothered about his powers, but they were thinking he has masses with him. He may create a movement, and that may rebel against the government. In the meantime, people started worshipping him as God. They started talking about him as God. They started addressing him as God. And they started doing arati and puja of him as God. Like Mangala arati, Sandhya arati, and Bhoga arati, every arati. We have seen in His Holiness Bhakti Charu Maharaj's drama, in that television serial, how the arati would take place, morning, afternoon, evening. Proper arati would take place, and he would sit like this, and very happily accepting the worship, as if he was the Lord. Now this is one story. British were not bothered about who is accepting God, not accepting God, but he has challenged British government, maybe we should take care of it. So they knew that we as British cannot do anything. We used to use Indian man only. Thakur Bhaktivinod, who is a very powerful man, by authority of government, also by Shastras and devotion. So they sent him, you please treat him. That means finish him off. So Thakur Bhaktivinod did not go to obey British government. Thakur Bhaktivinod went because he was misleading the masses. He was bewildering, misguiding the masses about the whole devotional philosophy only. So he wanted to save the general poor masses, like innocent people. So he went there with that mood. He went with Bhagavat in hand. And he entered the assembly. At that time, this Baba was performing a lot of miracles. And he entered. A lot of miracles were taking place. And as soon as he entered and he went close, the Baba saw Thakur Bhaktivinod. And he said, Thakur, I know for what you have come here. You have come to defeat me and destroy me. But you cannot destroy me. You will get destroyed if you attempt to destroy me. So at that time, See, this is the sign of a pure devotee. Because he didn't get scared. Although by his power, Thakur Bhaktivinoda and his children and wife were on the bed for months together with high fever, not getting cured by any medicine. Sometimes it happens, fever of unknown origin, we say in medicine. PUO, pyrexia of unknown origin. We don't know reason, we don't know how to treat, and we go on hampering and attacking antibiotics, and the fever doesn't go. And one fine day it goes, God knows how it goes. So like that, he was not getting cured, only his wife was saying, whom you have gone and touched, our family will die. He said, let us all die, but let not this man succeed in his effort of misleading people. The worst thing that one can do is disturb your faith, destroy your faith, and mislead you on the path of bhakti. That is the biggest sin. You can rob money, you can do anything. But to destroy your faith and mislead you on the path of spirituality is the worst sin that anybody can do. So Thakur Bhaktivinoda said, if you have read my mind, why I have come here? You must be also knowing that you are not God. If you know this, what is in my mind, you also must be knowing the truth that you are not this God. Then why are you acting like God? He said, come to in private room. He took him in private room. And what Phalgu Baba told Thakur Bhaktivinoda is very significant. Please note it down. He said, I know I am not God. 100% I know I am not God. But when people address me as God, it gives me such a pleasure that I cannot deny them. I cannot tell them I am not God, don't worship me, God is somebody else, I am not God. I don't have that guts and courage to tell them. That gives me such a deep, long-lasting pleasure that masses are calling me as God and worshipping me as God. This is my weakness, that I am not able to accept the truth in front of people, although I know the truth. This is very important. To a certain degree, this is happening with all of us also. Somebody is always praising you for something, and you really like it. You really like it. Somebody says, oh Prabhu, you're so happy to hear it. The ears are always eager to hear the praise. Always. True or false? No. Whether the praise is true or false, I want to hear it. Although I may be knowing that what he's saying is not true, but if you are saying it for me, I love it. I like it very much. But Thakur Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati calls it as Shukarera Vishta. Labha Puja Pratishta Shukarera Vishta. This is not even your stool. Your stool is written by somebody, that is called Shukar. And his stool is condemnable. No other animal eats it. Such condemnable is false glories. To hear, forget about true glories. Even that is Shukarera Vishta. What about false glories? So true glories or false glories, both act as poison on our spirit. Please understand. Sometimes you hear some glories and they are true. You also know they are true. But you should think they are not true. You should think that although externally they are true, but the glory of that is belonging to the Lord. I am simply a puppet in the hands of the Lord. It is very difficult. It's not easy. Please understand. I mean, for me to say it is very easy here. But to accept it at that point of time, when you know it is truth what he is saying, not as truth, and give the credit to the Lord, or to spiritual masters, or to fellow devotees, or to someone else. It's a great tapaha from within. When you are able to do that tapaha from within, then you are clean. You are not contaminated. What is the real contamination? Is this false ego. To think I am the doer. How do we get that strength? As I am telling, it is not easy. If we really follow the instructions of Sri Gurudev and chant Hare Krishna attentively, it is possible. If you have a desire, actually in front of the Lord, my Lord, I want to give credit to you for everything that I do, I don't do, or others do. I really want to give that credit to you. The most easy thing to give up is to take up the credit of you are not done, so it is very easy to give up. So, मैंने किया ही नहीं, तो what is it? Or somebody else has done something and I am trying to take the credit, I can even give up. But what is difficult to give up? I have done it. And it's difficult to give up, to say, oh, I have not done it, Krishna has done it. The most difficult credit to be given up is this one. That truly I have done it. Logically it is like, it's me only. But to give that credit to Krishna or Guru, it is your mercy, my Lord. It is your glory, my Gurudev. That requires a lot of humility. And for that, one has to sincerely follow the instruction of Guru. Guru Agya. Guru Mukha Padma Vakya Chitte Te Koriya Aikya. Arana Koriyo Mane Asha. When one follows Guru's instruction sincerely from the bottom of one's heart, then one gets empowered to give up illusion. Illusion is not given up by some method, some formula, some seminar, some 7 steps, some 11 steps, some 3 months crash course. One cannot give up illusion like that. Illusion can be given up only by the mercy of Guru. He is the one who can thrash your illusion, destroy your illusion. On our own, we cannot give any illusion up. Not possible. We are helpless creatures in the world. But Guru's power is extremely strong. And when we get his mercy, that power comes in us. And then we can easily give up. And that also, I am not giving it up. He is helping me to give it up. I am not the doer also of that also. I just have a desire to give up the desire to take the credit. So, why I said all this thing to all of you? Because to a certain extent, all of us are imitation Paundrakas. Sorry to say, I am not blaming anybody. But to a certain extent, all of us are getting some praises and we start accepting it within our heart. And we are giving shelter to Paundraka in the heart, giving good establishment in the heart. And he goes on growing nicely. First he gets Shankha, then Chakra, then Padma, then Gada, then Pitambar, then Talwar, and then Charangpani, then Vaiduramani, Kaustubmani. Everything he gets gradually starts gathering his establishment. Then becomes very difficult. If you may be a big devotee and big following and big knowledge and big preaching, big effect is there, but Paundraka is established in the heart. Till that Paundraka is finished, we cannot make real progress in Krishna consciousness. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has said, Trinadapi Sunichena, unless and until one becomes humble like blade of grass, one cannot make true progress in Krishna consciousness. Not possible. That is why our movement is called as revolutionary movement. It doesn't give credit of anything to you. What do gopis are saying at the end? Ashlishava padaratam pinastu mam. Crush me. Let me not exist. Let there be no trace of my existence. Or let me get embraced by you. Let me get kicked up by you. Let me get embraced by you. Or you can crush me. I will still not give you up as my Lord. What is the last line? Mat prana nathastu sa eva naparaha. You will remain my Lord unconditionally. That means I don't have any credit only. All these things I did, I surrendered, I gave up everything. I gave everything to Lord. But I don't have any rights to say that at least you embrace me, at least you accept me. No, you do whatever you want. I will remain yours. I will keep worshipping you. That is why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's movement is revolutionary. Krantikari. No expectations. Are you ready? Then you come. Then you will get pure gold. Not imitation. We are all here for pure gold. We don't mind waiting. We don't mind getting crushed. We don't mind getting tested. But we have faith that all this testing, crushing, examinations, kasotis are all for our good, for our spiritual advancement. We have faith and we go through that. Even those calamities and challenges and the crushings will become source of joy. Thakur Bhaktivinoda says, when in your service, my Lord, I am suffering, I go through pains, those are a source of great joy for me because they destroy my avidya. Nashaya avidya. They destroy my avidya. What is avidya? I am the doer. This is the avidya. So when you accept Krishna's challenges which sends to you or difficulties sends to you as thankfulness, as gratitude, then the some difficulties will turn into your purification, will turn into bliss by the mercy of the Lord. And that is our sampradaya. That is our philosophy. That is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's gift to all of us. In Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's moment, Paundraka becomes insignificant because we are taught from day one to be humble, to bow down to everybody. You may be a millionaire, but you come to temple and bow down to a simple devotee. Vancha kalpatarubhyasya. From day one you are taught. You are not welcomed as a big boss here. When you become devotee, you are with everybody. You sit with everybody, eat prasadam, dance with everybody. The boss will dance with driver will eat prasad with the boss. Everything is one. You are all spirit souls. So our whole foundation is humility. Should be humility. And because of that, Paundraka like difficult demons become very easy to vanquish, to get destroyed. So don't give up Prabhupada's movement. Whatever happens, whatever bad experiences, challenges, unwanted experiences happen, the foundation is very good here. Due to our past karmas, maybe bad experience will come to us. But don't give up. Don't give up the shelter of Prabhupada. Follow the philosophy, understand the philosophy properly, follow it properly in good consciousness with company of devotees, in humility, in cooperation. Then Paundraka will become insignificant. Paundraka will not overwhelm you. Hare Krishna. Any questions or comments?
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Thank you for your wonderful class. My question is, as we see today, devotees are in looking for a post, or they are hankering for some positions. And it may be, few years, may not complete 10 years, but they are looking for a post or some recognition. So what is your comment on this? And second question I have, it is said...
One question at a time.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know, your question is truth or not truth. I am not there to judge. But if devotees are looking for some position or some authority, like, somebody where where authority is there, we have to be taught that we are not here to assume any positions. We are here for only service. We have not become devotees to become temple commander, president, or book distribution in charge, or finance controller, or bureau controller, or this controller, that controller, West Zone coordinator, regional secretary. Our goal is not that. Our goal is only seva. And even if we get those positions, the purpose of the position also is seva. Even one becomes guru, that position of guru also is seva. My spiritual master, His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj, writes in every letter, "Dear Prabhu, please accept my humble obeisances. Your servant, Radhanath Swami." He has told clearly, I am the servant of my disciples. Prabhupada told his disciples, you are the representative of my spiritual master to come to assist me. You have come to assist me. So our movement has begun with this kind of thoughts. Prabhupada is crying, on his Guru's birthday. You all have come as representative of my Guru Maharaj to assist in my mission, to follow the order given to me. So if anybody has that thing in mind, 10 years have passed, I have not even become temple commander, I have not become in charge of this, that is, we are in big illusion. We have to give up that. And if it comes on its own accord to you, Prabhu, please do this service. I'll give my example to you. My god brother, His Grace Madhavanand Prabhu, is a doctor. Today he is the director of Bhaktivedanta Hospital. But he was not willing to become the director. And Guru Maharaj was ordering him, I want you to become director of Bhaktivedanta Hospital. He said, no Maharaj, I don't want to be. I am happy with my profession and practice and my service. So then there was a lot of discussion was there. You can imagine, Guru Maharaj is telling and the disciple is saying no, no, no. Then Madhavanand Prabhu asked our Guru Maharaj, will I make spiritual progress? Will I get purified by accepting this service? And Guru Maharaj said, yes. If you become director, accept this service, you will become advanced in Krishna consciousness. So he accepted. So the position of being director of an institute, whatever, temple commander, president, is all meant to serve, not to sit on Singhasan and execute the power. King is also servant of the kingdom. Guru is servant of the disciples. Father is servant of wife and children. Mother is servant of children. And children are servants of their parents. Everybody is a servant. So one should give up this disease, because this disease will not lead you to pure Shuddha Bhakti of Krishna. It will lead you somewhere else. You will land up in heavens one day. In the name of Bhakti. Because when one lands up in heavens, you are doing Bhakti, chanting Hare Krishna, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, eating prasad, dancing, festival, everything you are doing. And suddenly after that you will find yourself in heavens. How? Because while doing that Bhakti, you had some motivation in mind. Some control, some desire, something is there as you are desiring as a fruit of your devotional service. I am doing so much Bhakti, I should get a son, or I should get wealth, I should get a position, whatever. If there is some unknown or known desire in your mind while doing Bhakti, you will land up in heavens, in Svargaloka. And you wanted to go to Goloka, but you are in Svargaloka. Both are lokas, but different lokas. So please don't get in the trap. Always look for service, more and more service. If that means some position, take that position as in the mood of service, not for my own self. Second question.
Hare Krishna. Second question was it related to those who are taking money by speaking Bhagavat or doing Hari Kirtan. It is said it is the most degraded work in the world. So what is your comment on this?
Scriptures say, I hope you understand the question, right? People are taking money to sing Hare Krishna Mahamantra, to perform, or people take money when they speak Katha or Bhagavatam. They say, my Katha, 51 lakhs, your Katha, 1 crore, his Katha, 11 lakhs, Kandam, 21 lakhs is standard. In the market of Bhagavat, Scriptures say, if anybody speaks Katha and takes money, or sings Hare Krishna Mahamantra and takes money, he will go to hell. That's all. Because these are God-given gifts. One cannot sell them. One should be, we are given it free of charge. We are given Hari Katha. Anybody, have you paid money today for this class? No. Neither I have paid any time. I've heard hundreds of classes. We have received these things free of charge from the Lord, from devotees, from Guru Maharaj, from temple. We have to only give it free of charge to people. Mahaprabhu Chaitanya would go, Udilo Aruna, Purava Bhage. He has gone to distribute the holy name to everybody. Sleeping souls, wake up souls, everybody's soul, all souls. Never trade with the holy name. Never use holy name as a trademark, as a trade activity. It's the biggest sin one can do. Degrading oneself to the lowest situation in consciousness. What is problem? You will become rich. You will become famous. You will become world famous, YouTube famous everywhere. But consciousness wise, the lowest consciousness will be there. And such kathas, when they are attended by masses, by 1 crore, 2 crore fees, and crores of rupees coming on the dais as chadawa, they will not make any change in the heart of people who are listening to kathas. What is the purpose of Katha and Harinam? To change the heart of people, favorable to the Lord. And if that very thing is not done, everything else is done, what is the use of that Katha and the holy name? It becomes like empty bullet, air gun, only sound is there. No daru is there in that to kill or to burn or to burst. We want to chant one holy name, one time, in such a way that the audience's heart should be changed completely. They should shed tears of love for the Lord. That holy name is powerful and important. That should be our goal. We should tell one katha of people, Lord, and people should change, take the message to the heart and change their life once and for all, forever. Not only Sunday on 3rd March, 2 hours my heart was changed. That effect should be long lasting, eternal. And that will happen only when we are nispruha, we are nirapeksha, niswarth, don't have any motivation. Even to the extent my class was very good, people should praise me, even that should not be there. It should be done in the pure mood of service to the audience and to everybody else. Then the Lord will speak and empower your tongue to change the hearts of people. Why to hanker for petty wealth? Wealth will come anyway as per the karma. My wealth which I am going to get, even if I become sannyasi, it will follow me. Even if I am grahastha, it will follow me. Even if I am brahmachari, it will follow me. Even if I am educated, it will follow me. Even if I am uneducated, my wealth will follow me. Why should I work so madly hard for that, using holy name and Bhagavad Katha to make money? Money will follow you. You don't have to follow money. Whatever is destined, it will come. If it's not going to come, it is not going to come. If it is going to come, nothing can stop it. You hanker for true welfare of people, spiritual welfare. And this katha is very powerful to do spiritual welfare for everybody. This is not ordinary. This is dharmam tu sakshat bhagavad pranitam. Krishna's word, this is Shukdev Goswami's word, Narad Muni's word, this is Vyasadev's word. This can transform the hearts of everybody in the world. Take everybody back home, back to Godhead. We want that. We don't want petty money. Money is anyway nashwar. It will all end one day. Or if it remains, you will leaving the money behind you and go away. What is the use of such money, such wealth? Wealth should be spiritual, should be carried up with you. And when the hearts are transformed, Krishna gives you spiritual wealth. He will empower you, shower you with spiritual wealth, which will go with you when you go back home. That is your fuel, which will take you back home, back to Godhead. What is rupees will do? They will remain here. Some relatives will usurp your money. No use of that. And you will get what you need to live your life. Have faith. Hare Krishna. Any other question? Yes? I hope authorities can decide how much time we have.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Thank you very much, Prabhu, for your wonderful class. So, Prabhu, my question is that, devotees have a very sweet nature of always appreciating and always speaking the sweet words. Okay. So, when we are into such situations, whenever we perform some services, devotees, in order to encourage us, they appreciate us.
Yes.
Yeah, they speak very sweet words. And the next time we are about to perform the same service, we kind of try to relate ourselves with the service. Yes, I've been receiving so many nice words from devotees. So then as you said, this appreciation then acts as a poison for the spirit. So Prabhu, my question is that what could be, a constant reminder to ourselves, or what could be an ideal behavior in such situations?
A good formula is given for this. When devotees genuinely appreciate you, accept the appreciation. But within your heart, don't believe in it. That's all. Like, I'll give example to you. One time His Holiness Bhakti-Rasamrut Swami Maharaj was, his birthday was there. And devotees were really trying to persuade him, Maharaj, please come, we want to glorify you, we want to celebrate your birthday. And he was not willing to come because he knew that everybody is going to glorify, and he was not happy with that idea. But finally the devotees went to Radhanath Swami Maharaj to convince Bhakti Rasamrut Maharaj to come for a celebration of his birthday. So then Radhanand Maharaj called His Holiness Bhakti Rasamrita Maharaj. And he said, I'll tell you how to go through that ceremony. He said, because people genuinely love you and they are speaking from their heart, so you accept that feeling, their genuine love. Glories, keep it aside, don't believe in them. So he went for that birthday celebration. He sat there, and as per the order of Guru Maharaj, he accepted the love behind all the statements of the devotees, but he did not accept the statements as such. But devotees, they spoke, he heard, so for their pleasure, he was receiving their words. But he, like a Rajhamsa, filtered those things into two things, love and the statements. Statements he discarded, love he accepted. So similarly, when you accept or hear some appreciation, some pleasure, some glories, take that loving sentiment behind appreciation. Don't accept the statements that you give to Krishna. Hari Bol. Please send the microphone there.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Thank you for your wonderful lecture. It was enlightening. Prabhuji, I have a slightly long question. I'll read
Make
it
it
out.
short.
I'll try my best. Prabhuji, my question is regarding the human status on this planet Earth. Often we hear from learned sadhus and gyanis that the human birth is a very sacred one, and the human being is the most intelligent and evolved of all species. And that after 84 lakh births as other species, we get one chance as a birth as a human being. And it's only in this birth that we can achieve true Sadgati and hence finally moksha. Prabhuji, I don't seem to, often understand this, and I often find myself disagreeing with this. In my humble opinion,
Speak in the mic, please. You are holding mic like this.
yeah. In my humble opinion, the other species like a cow or monkey or vulture or horse or any other species may not be less evolved than humans, and that any species is...
What is the question you asked? Straight question now.
My question, Prabhuji, is I feel that this is just arrogance of humans to subjugate and dominate other species.
No, sir. No, it is not like that. Don't mix up Bhutadaya into reality.
Okay.
Bhutadaya is good, to feel good for other animals. It's good. It's very good for human beings. But this is not said by humans. Please understand that human beings are privileged, they are intelligent, they are fortunate. This is not said by human beings. This is said by God. This is said by Brahma. Athato Brahma Jitnyasa. This is the time now to inquire about the Lord. And this is the privileged species life that you have received. It is not a weapon for us to dominate other living entities. It is for us to realize, evolve, and be compassionate on the other living entities. Use your intelligence, the God-given Sad, Asad, Vivek, Buddhi, to study scriptures, to follow bhakti, attain not moksha. We are not here to attain moksha. We are here to attain Shuddha Bhakti to the Lord. Moksha is it's like a last station where you get off. But you don't live in the station. You go somewhere else from the last station. Moksha is last station. From there you go to Goloka and attain Shuddha Bhakti. If you attain, you will be destined over there. So point is, please take out this thought from your mind that humans have created this dominating philosophy. That we are great, we are great. No. The fact is that we are great by birth. But how we are utilizing that great birth in doing great things? We are misutilizing the great things to dominate others and exploit others, like animals and birds. Stop that. Evolve yourself spiritually, attain Shuddha Bhakti to the Lord. Automatically compassion will develop in your heart. Jiva Daya will develop, and that will help you to give them prasadam, to take care of them, not to be cruel to them. And then when you give prasad to the lower entities, dogs, cats, birds, animals, they will take birth as human beings like you and me, and again evolve like you and me are evolving. Is that okay?
Thank you, Prabhuji.
See, these things are all, that Bhutadayavadis, lovers of pets, lovers of birds, lovers of dogs, lovers of pigs, all those things are there in the world. They only love their so-called person and hate and kill everybody else. Lovers of pigs will love pigs and eat dogs and everything else. Our love is all comprehensive because it is based on love for the Lord and for the soul. So don't go with their kind of illusory thoughts. Go with scriptures. Scriptures are word of God. Go with that, have faith, read it with little faith at least, then you'll develop strong faith. Okay? Thank you. So with this we end. SriSriRadhaRasbihari Bhagavan ki.